G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part 5 of my last Epoch Warlock playthrough. Now, one thing to point out, still deathless, baby. This could have been a hardcore character, and I'd be fine up to this point. However, we are now done with the main story here. You can see I've got 15 out of 15 of the passive point rewards, and 8 out of 8 of the idle slot rewards. Not that I'm using them as of yet, but, yeah, we're done with the campaign now. I could continue the campaign, but honestly, kind of don't want to. So instead, we're going to jump into Monoliths. Now, I've mentioned this in the comments on some of the previous episodes that I'm not really sure how much anyone wants to watch the Monoliths, because for me, this is not something I would want to watch, because especially... Let me just do some first, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. So, enemies have increased endurance, enemies have increased move speed and damage. These kind of don't really matter. This has got XP after it, so I'm going to go in here. Now, one thing to note is this is a level 58 area, and I'm level 46 or 47 or something like that. So, I'm going to be getting XP, and I'm pretty sure this is how it works. It caps at 5 levels above me. So I'm going to be getting XP as if I'm killing level 51 monsters. I'm not 100% sure that's exactly how it works, but that's how I think it works. Either way, I should be getting good XP, even if it's maybe not perfect XP. The other thing is I'm looking for shrines in here. So shrines are a lot more common in... Oh, I've got the damned overload buff going as well. Shrines are a lot more common in Monoliths, and specifically I've noticed a lot more idle type shrines and a lot more wealth shrines, which I definitely like. Although having said that, I don't know if that's actually true that they're more common. I have definitely noticed them more. Can you just stop? Thanks. They're definitely more noticeable, at least for me. So, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for idols, and even if the shrines are exactly as they are in the campaign, the other thing I'm looking for here is, well, 1, XP. There's a lot more XP from these because you get the completion rewards for your various monoliths, and you also get to target rewards you want. So, I'm looking for idols. I'm going to choose to run Monolith Echoes, which is what we're calling maps in this game. I'm going to choose to run the Echoes that have idols as a reward. Speaking of which, there's my ambush, which is what I'm here to kill. So let's get rid of these idiots. The other thing I'm noting is that I'm not really using the golem. Like, I just ran that whole thing without the golem because I forgot about it, and I don't think it matters. So, that's the first echo that I've done on this character, and it was relatively smooth. There's a lot of running around, a lot of kiting for this character, and the reward is a whole bunch of affix shards. And then this one here, this you get for completing it, whether you complete it deathless or not, you'll still get this. You can't really influence this. This is just, here's a bunch of stuff. And maybe you get good stuff, and maybe you don't get good stuff, but you just get that. So this is the reward type that you get to pick. And then the other one is just, here's a bunch of stuff. Now,
take care.
I am thinking I need to get rid of that golem. The other thing I was thinking is maybe I don't go for this, this damned overload thing, because I think I've seen it twice since I got it. And it's not up very often, and that's 5 points spent in damned chance, and trying to get this damned overload thing to work, and I've seen it twice since I got it. So I'm thinking I might take points out of that, and Malefic Body here is really good, intelligence and vitality on a node, and I get 10 of each. That's super good. And the other thing I'm thinking is over here, we get some extra mana regen, more intelligence. Also, we have some spell damage leech as health available. So I am actually going to do that. And in order to do that, we go back to the end of time here, and we're going to get some respec happening. So, we come down over here, and I'm looking for, you see the big brain on the map there? Or the head with a brain highlighted?
Hello.
This is how you respec your mastery points. So, let's go back to Warlock, and I'm going to take these 5 points out of here. So, unfortunately, I don't have enough gold, are you kidding me? Okay, I guess I'm not doing that then. Let's go do another rift. Or, sorry, another map. But no, wait, wrong game. Echo. Okay, I'm exaggerating. I knew they're called echoes. But, they're basically the same thing. So, next up, I think I had XP. Yeah, XP is the next one here. Then over here we've got glyphs, we've got rare amulets, or we've got runes. I'll probably go for runes. If I can get some shattering runes from that, then it will save me spending 2,000 gold a pop on buying them. Let's have a look at what our mission is. Slay enemies, find the storm gate, seal the storm gate. Okay, I don't really like this particular type of map. But you get what you're given, I guess. The arenas are fun because you just stand in the middle and everything runs at you and then you kill it, and it's pretty good fun. Okay, Coven Robes of the Turtle. So the Acolytes, I think, is going to give me skill affixes that I can shatter or remove to get skill stuff. Alright, so I've got Seal the Storm Gate, and now the gate itself shows up on my map, and it's back down this way. So I need to head this way. And I'm looking for ways to get towards that, basically. I don't really want to be tanking anything if I can help it, because these things are still level 58. Now, I'm going to catch up in levels pretty quick, but... what is that? 11, 12 levels? Something like that? That's not nothing. So, I'm going to try not to tank things as much as possible. Should probably summon that golem that I was talking about, forgetting about last time. And here's the gate. Now I'm going to clear the area, but it's basically, the idea is you click on this and it just summons a bunch of monsters in, kind of in waves, kind of. I'm out of mana as well, I should probably wait for mana. This mana situation is kind of, it's why I was looking at respecking, because this doesn't give me mana, this does. At least I think it does. Hang on. Let me double check that. Ward retention, improves skill. Okay, so actually attunement is the one that gives mana, isn't it? Okay, so I need to get mana on some of my gear. Now... this one... I don't know why that was in there, I should have been wearing it. Can I actually increase some mana on this? I cannot, there is no forging potential left. And mana is a prefix? Yeah, it's a prefix. So, what I could do here, if I've got a chaos, I don't have a chaos, so I can't do it, but I could re-roll those and hope for mana. Right, so we got full mana. Let's pop this out, see what happens. Get a couple of these going. I have got the Damned Overload going again. So it is definitely triggering more in Monoliths. I think I saw it one time in the campaign. We have also got here an Exalted item. I believe that's the first for this character. Basically what Exalted means is that it has one affix that is tier 6 or 7, and you cannot craft affixes above tier 5. So if you are getting a tier 7 affix, that's not something you can craft, it only drops. So let's have a look at that. Here's the gloves. Critical strike chance is not a bad one to have Exalted, especially on gloves with cast speed. When you look at these gloves, they're actually not too bad. So I'm probably not going to end up using those gloves. However, they may be worth shattering. Here's my XP. These little books, you have to run over them. You get a bunch of XP. What was I going to get? Nice. Intelligence. Let's get my 2 more intelligence there. And I think I will, when I can afford it, which is not now, I will respec out of the other one. Okay, we've picked up a rubbish idol that's going to stay on the ground. But that's another thing you can find in here. So this is XP, XP, XP. That's all XP. That's pretty cool. But I don't see any idols. But you can get idols as a reward. So when you pop open this shard, it'll spit out, I don't know, 10 idols, however many it is. What do we get here? Ward on kill with Hungering Souls was the reason why this is called Acolytes. The rest of that I don't really care about. Can I shatter it now? I've got 11 shattering runes. We'll just blow it up. I'm not going to use two-handers, but I have picked these up because they have certain affixes that I may want to use on them. It is going to be very hard to replace the belt I'm wearing, because if we... Hang on, let me shatter these first. Okay. If you look at my armor, I've got 730. It's 28% physical mitigation, and if you mouse over it, it's 20% for everything that's not physical. Take this belt off, though. Suddenly it's 20% for physical and 14 for everything else, and I'm missing a ton of armor, so this might be hard to replace. Anywho, what do we got? We got glyphs or runes. Or we could come over here and get some rare amulets. I think I'm going to try for the amulets and hope for something good. And I've got skill points that I could be spending as well. Let's see how this looks when I get in. I think there's not going to be too much around here that can fight me, so I'm gonna risk it. Not so much for the biscuit, but I will risk more damage for minions. Automatically cast itself. No longer makes orbs, and this one is ward instead of health. I was also thinking about changing over to ward instead of health. I've got a decent amount of ward stuff in the tree, so that could be good. Increase cast speed. Increase cast speed. The other thing I was looking at doing was actually casting Rip Blood instead of Chaos Bolt, because I think it does more damage. I think that's true. Necrotic Shred. Okay, I definitely want to get some of that. Wait. Okay, so I kind of should have put the point here, but also, every time one of the spirits is replaced with a Chaos Bolt, it costs me more mana, and I'm already struggling with mana, so it may be worth not doing that just yet. This one looks really good for damage, I remember that. And then on here, we were getting Bone Curse. I think my level 50 is probably going to be Transplant. Let's just try using Rip Blood as the main skill. That's actually not great. Let's pop this out. See if we can't get him over here on the wall. There he is, nice and close. Damage isn't horrible. It's not particularly amazing either. But down he goes. Coral Ring. Okay. Plus 30 health. Could be good. What are we actually doing? We're looking for the Vile Gate. Now, these things, I remember absolutely tearing my Lich to shreds when I first got to Monoliths. So, definitely be careful of them. They don't mess around. That's just got life on it. The other thing as well is if I'm actually casting Rip Blood again, then we're really going to stack up the bonus spell damage. And then, like, this is just going to do heaps more damage. Which seems like it might be good. Right, let's dodge a few things. Throw out a rift and just watch as everybody melts. I'd love to know what that blood explosion is. I think it has to do with Rip Blood, but I'm not sure. Pick up the gold stacks that are big. I hope not. Should probably check if you guys can actually hear her saying that death will not take her. Because otherwise it's going to sound like I'm just talking to someone out of nowhere. Which, I mean, I would totally do that, but that's not actually what's going on here. Okay, so we rip a whole bunch of blood out of these things and then supercharge the Fissure. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Haven't killed enough yet to find the gate, which means I'm thinking this is actually going to be an ambush rather than a gate. And yep, there it is. Alright, so we get the ambush instead of the gate, which is kind of what I expected. Usually when you're actually going to be doing a gate, you kill maybe 2 or 3 packs, 4 packs, something like that, and the gate will show up on your map. When it's an ambush, it's considerably more than that. Okay, so here's our rare amulets. What do we actually get? What do I have for starters? Crit strike, multi, and a little bit of resistances. Okay. Crit strike, multi, percent increased fire damage, frailty on hit, and some health regen. Right, that's straight away, that's better. How about this one? Cold damage, no. Healing effectives, no. Necrotic resistance is good, because that's damage. But otherwise, no. Elemental dot, increased fire damage. We do fire damage, so that's maybe an option. Increased necrotic, poison and physical resistance. What res does this have? Nothing. Poison I do need. Physical I'm capped on. So probably not so much. Let's have a look at the other things. So increased damage over time is good. Frenzy after you use traversal. What is Frenzy? Frenzy is a buff that grants 20% attack and cast speed. It cannot stack. Okay. I'm not too worried about that. It's also got armor, reduced bonus damage from critical strikes. We currently have 14% crit strike avoidance, and any crits that do get past that will hit us for double damage. A crit is... where is it? It's basically double damage for a crit by default. So crits are going to hurt. Minion health, fire damage, CDR, crit strike avoidance, necrotic resistance. That's a good start. 5 belt slots, no armor on this, which is actually not a good start. Put that back. All right, let's just go ahead and jump into another one. Should probably pop this chest as well. Glyph of Chaos is really good. That's a lot of resistances. What do we got here? Bleed on hit, less damage over time. And this is a lot of void res and health. So I've got 4 of these shards left. I can't really afford to be buying any more when I want to respec my skill points. So we'll leave that alone, and I'm going to go for some piles of gold here. What I should be doing is getting these XP rewards, but instead I'm going to go for gold. Alright, let's get our golem back out so as he can die again later. And we're going to rip blood out of these guys. Hello, vital is good. 1 vitality, and you know what? That's actually rubbish. Alright, we can just skip past these. What do we get? Locate a gate again. So we'll see how fast it comes up, and maybe we locate a gate. Maybe it's another ambush. Nope, it is a gate. Okay. See how fast that was? It didn't feel like I'd done most of the area before I found it. And that's kind of what I would expect from an actual find the gate type thing. Alright, we're up to level 49. Let's actually get our stats increase from that. Eviscerating Quarterstaff of Venom. This looks like it had some crit stuff on it. Okay, the Wengari Shaman is not what I wanted to see right here. Because I know that means I'm going to have to fight the Matriarch and Patriarch at the end of this. Or so I thought. Where are they? It is, yeah. So Matriarch and Patriarch it is. Which means they have meteor shower things, which are not something I want to be fighting against. There it is, that thing. But we can probably just, you know, run around in circles and wait as they die to the damage over time. There we go. Alright, we picked up a unique wand. Plus 51 spell damage is pretty good. Rune Bolt, okay, this is all... I'm going to assume it's mage stuff. And we've got some boots with physical resistance and cooldown reduction, and a Soulfire Bastion key. Alright. also picked up a level. Nope, already spent it. Alright. There's some gold. There's some more gold and a bunch of other stuff. How much?
Yes.
Decent amount, actually. So I'm going to buy all these. They're still 2,000 each, so they're definitely not cheap. But, just means I can get rid of some of this stuff. Cooldown reduction I do want to shatter. Key I'll keep. That I'm not playing that class, so that can go. That's not very good. It can go. Abacus Rod can... I threw the wrong stick out. This is a lot of health and void resist, so we'll get rid of that. I actually got 3 of each. That's pretty good. What's on this dagger? Cast speed, crit strike. Put that aside for the moment. This had tier 2 health, tier 1 fire. That's actually not enough. That's a good point now that I'm looking at it as well. So we're looking at orange items are basically tier 4 or higher, so more than 4 tiers of any of these. What I should do is this one. Tier of individual affixes must be more or equal to 3. Total affix tiers of at least 6. So more or equal to 6. There we go. So any 2 of these more or equal than 3, and total tiers must be 6 or more. So I think at that point, a lot of the stuff I've been picking up is just not going to show. So let's throw it all and see what comes up. Okay, these green ones are coming up because they have crit strike avoidance on them, or less bonus damage from critical strikes, and this is going to have crit strike again. Yep, avoidance, and also... Actually, that's a lot of cooldown recovery, so I will melt that one. This one here actually has a lot of resistances on it. If we look at that, we've got tier 3 and a tier 4, so I'm going to melt those. The rest of that is going to stay on the floor, and I'm going to be picking up much less stuff from here on out. 4 void and only 1 of the cold. And this one, I've got... This has actually got a lot of stuff on it. And I got almost nothing. How about that dagger? Nope, don't want to see the dagger. Alright, another really good, cool thing about this game is your stash. Now, I haven't used this stash yet, and I'm going to now. You can recolor these, so I'm just going to say this is my key stash, and I can rename it. So we'll just call this keys, and confirm. And then let's say I've been farming for a while now, and I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got, you know, this tab is full of uniques and other stuff that I want to keep. Well, I'll just buy another one. 1,000 gold for one tab. That's it. You pay with in-game currency. You don't have to buy stash tabs. It's really good. Let's do what I should have been doing, actually. Let's get some glyphs, and we'll smash these. And then we'll get some runes, I think they're called. And we'll smash those other ones as well. Alright, what's our mission here? Slay the patrolling profane fetishes. Okay, we can do that. No problems. Oh, Glyph of Chaos is something I want to start collecting. I mean, keep collecting, probably. Are we anywhere close to this guy? We are. Okay, so he's pulsing on the map. Means he's close. There he is. That's the guy I'm here for. Let's not die, please. Please, no dying. I am, however, completely out of mana, which is not good. Especially because he's got the massive circle, that thing. Alright, let's get some spell damage up here. Waiting for the circle, then I'll stop running. Never mind, he's dead. Okay, more shards, and this is now showing up as yellow, which means it's got a lot of tiers. Tier 3 mana, tier 5 fire damage, then poison and void res. I'll take that, and that might actually be better than what I'm wearing. The frailty on hit, am I getting that from anywhere else? Shredder armor on hit. Frailty, I think, is... where is it? Oh, it's this one. Frailty reduces damage dealt by 6. Okay, I need to have that from somewhere. Well, I want to have that from somewhere. Don't think I have it from anywhere else. I should have a search window in here. I could take all my gear off and put it into the bank and search it in my stash. Alright, here we go. Got that damned overload again too. Alright, let's go intercept this guy. I think he's down here, sort of on the next street over kind of thing. Yep, there he is. Alright. I'm running from behind him, which is not great. Where's the big circle? There it is. We don't want to get hit by that. Okay, big circle time. He's targeting the golem, which is good. Okay, what is... nope, 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 don't hit me with that. Okay, he's actually dead now. So, he was familiar, which basically means he gets up after he dies. Okay. Echo complete. And another thing to point out is, while I've been doing this, we've been getting timeline stability, which is a fancy way of saying progress towards the boss. Probably end up shattering that, and most likely that. So, this is the timeline stability. I've got a quest echo that is unlocked that I can do now, so I could go over here and do the ransacked camp. I'm going to leave that for now. I do have a set item available here too. And there's my idols. So I'm going up here to get the idols. Now, with these quest echoes, you can do them as they unlock. You can wait until your stability is up here and then try them. Whatever you prefer. You have to do this one, then you have to do this one. Then you kill the boss, which is in this one. And that will unlock the next two. So from the Fall of the Outcasts, which is where I am, it'll unlock the Stolen Lance and also the Black Sun. And then you just pick whichever one you want to do. And you progress upwards and upwards and upwards until you get to the last three here, Age of Winter, The Last Ruin, and Spirits of Fire. You do all three of those, you come here, you click the thing, and now you have access to empowered monoliths. I will be doing all of mine probably at the end for the quests for this particular section of the monolith, I guess we'll call it. For right now, I'm hunting for XP, and also for XP shrines. Lovely. I was just saying I wanted XP. I'm hunting for idols. I'm looking to build up a stock of affix shards. So that's kind of what I'm feeling is important here. The other thing as well is I do want to get the... okay, Stormgate over here. I do want to get the blessing that you get at the end, so each time you kill the boss of a particular island in the monolith, you get a shot at a blessing. And the blessing you can get from this particular island includes, I think it's 5 to 7%, or it might be 4 to 7% bonus XP for just forever. You just have that. So I definitely want to have a look at that. That's green, so yeah, crit strike avoidance. Which I do need. I definitely need to be getting some crit strike avoidance. Let's go ahead and get some more stats. New golem, turn this on. Alright, so when you use skills in this game as well, unless I'm wrong, and someone will tell me in the comments, I'm sure if I am, you can snapshot your spell damage, so I'm using Rip Blood to get a whole bunch of spell damage bonuses, and then I'm casting the ghosts, and then I'm casting my fishes. Okay. Acolytes, Ornate Bone Idol of Coagulation. Now, I'm not doing exploding zombies, so I'm going to leave that on the floor. And let's go get some XP. Okay, XP books, definitely my favorite reward. What do we got here? Move speed and regen. I think that can stay on the floor. And you've got minion health. That's a lot of intelligence. And also elemental resist. What does my current health do? Physical resist and percent health. Right. What I can do here, minion health here, I'll change it to the Glyph of Chaos and see what I get. Level of Chaos Bolts. Okay, this is already good. This is giving me a skill point. So I'm going to leave that one exactly where it is. So I don't need this anymore. I also want to get more intelligence. So this is T4. Now it's T5. And unfortunately, I just nuked my forging potential on that one. But I can add physical resist on here. I'll probably only get one shot at this. Let's see. I'm just going to spam click and see what happens. Yeah, I only got the one. But I had enough physical resist there anyway, so that's probably fine. And now we've got an extra level on Chaos Bolts, which means I get 4% more damage to a whole bunch of stuff. What do I get after I've got a whole bunch of damage to more stuff? Yep, that. I think I might get this one. We want more damned stuff because of the damned overload for the moment. How much my... Yeah, I don't have anywhere near enough money to respec things. Transplant, I want the bone armor here. So, how do we get there? Increased cast speed and cooldown, that's good. Costs less health, that's also good. So we get one there, two there, and we start getting bone armor. More effective bone armor is good. And I'm gonna get... Am I gonna get this one? Definitely these two. Bone armor is really good. I think I have it on this curse too, don't I? Yeah, chance to gain bone armor for a short duration. I just want to have it a lot. Bone armor is really good. So, idols. Let's go get it. Now I'm going to do probably a lot of these. Idols, when you first get to Monoliths, are a really good way to cap your resistances. At least that's how I've been using them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm looking for patrolling profane fleshes, which is not what I wanted to see. What do we got? Shrine of Wealth. Give me that gold. Oh, need a new golem. Okay, +1 level on this one. I should not be doing that. I'm gonna get myself killed doing that. I know I am. Alright, we do want to kill the blue ones. The non-blue ones probably don't care so much as my bone armor. Or at least the cooldown for it. Alright, so we're coming up on old mate here. Where's the big circle on the ground? Okay, he's going little ones first. There's the big one. Alright, got one. I didn't see what he was, actually, so he might be about to get up again. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's get that golem out again. Alright, picked up another one of these. That's pretty good. Alright, and here's our final boss thing we have to kill. Another level for transplant there. You do level these quite quickly when they're below the max level. Whoop, nope. Alright, there he goes. So we got a bunch of affix shards at the end there. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of this extra gold. Why not? Alright, and we're done. Let's get out. If I could click on it, that'd be great. Okay. this is a good time to talk about idols and why this one is green. So this is my idol filter. Any stout idol, stout is just a type of idol, that happens to have, where are they? These ones, health or health. So this is basically, this is a health idol. Now the freeze rate multiplier, I don't care, but I definitely like that. What else have we got here? Damage over time at low life. Probably don't care so much about that. Reduce health cost of spells, don't care about that. What do we got? +9 spell damage for curses. This is actually decent. The damage over time taken is kind of meh. That's something to consider. Armor and fire damage. Armor is good. And this one is potion health converted to ward and ward retention. I was saying that I was thinking about going ward, so maybe I hang on to that for a little bit. Right, we've got a bit of gold on us now. So let's go do that respec, because still not really noticing that this is up very often. And I think more stats is going to be the way to go, especially because the Damned Overload is giving you half of your missing health as a percentage as extra damage, but it's really not that amazing. I think I'm just going to drop that. So let's go back down here to the end of time, and we'll go talk to the big brain lady and get some points back.
Hello, traveler.
Okay, respecing this one. So it's 1,000 gold. Respec 1 point. Now it's 800, 600, seeing a pattern here, and 200. Okay. So, now the question is, do I get 2 points here and then maybe look at some other stuff? Haste, I can get haste. When you kill a cursed enemy. This should be pretty much 100% uptime. What else we got at the start? Increased dot. Okay. Damage over time and health is good. Oh, it's bleeding stuff. Okay, not so amazing. Poison chance. Oh, this is poison overload, so it's going to be the same thing. Alright, we'll leave that alone. This, I think, can stay at 5. Armor and health is good. Although we could also take this back down to 3. Mana is definitely something I'm noticing that I'm short on. So I think this could also be good. Or we just go to Lich and get that. I think that's the way to go. Because we're getting intelligence, we're getting mana regen. Both things that I want. I don't really care so much about drain life, but that might be something to look at as well. Okay, so back to the Fall of the Outcasts. Let's go do another couple monoliths. I'm thinking the build construction is probably more interesting to most people than the actual monoliths, because honestly, aside from the story missions, these monoliths are very much a minute or two per rift, and you just go as fast as you can to the objective and then get out. Alright, speaking of which, where's my objective? So I've just got to slay enemies until I get either ambushed or I find the gate. There we go, that should take most of that out pretty quickly. Another level on that, and I think I'm going to start leaving the green ones on the floor. Or at least I'm probably going to stop picking up move speed. So that's something I can do as well. So this one has... that's actually really good. I may end up using that. Let me just check how many cooldown reduction affix shard thingies I have. Hang on. We'll look after the rift. Oh, it's not an ambush. Okay. Assassins of Fire, crit strike, fire damage. Probably won't be using that, but if I have empty slots, can't hurt to fill it. I do cause fire damage, both in the form of bleeding and also just fire damage from the rift thing. So, yep, we can just do that. There we go, 17% more damage on part of my damage. Wait. That was very nearly the first death. I think it was that large wraith that did it, or nearly did it. Okay, yeah, that was very nearly the end of the character. Or at least the end of the Deathless tag. Yeah, this guy really needs to go. Oh, he's summoning the wraiths, okay. There we go. Echo is conquered. So, yeah, that was a bit rippy. Can I get some lightning resist, please? How is my lightning resist? Oh, it's capped. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, that's not good. Okay, let's see. I want that. Bone armor lasts longer. Health cost is regenerated, but it costs a lot more health. I don't really care so much for that one. What else we got? Cooldown reduction I think is good. And detonates I don't really care about. What about this one? Casting Transplant gives you haste and frenzy. Alright, we're getting 3 points in that. Alright. Now, I was going to be looking at the boots. I want to look at this, and I want to know... Increase cooldown recovery speed. I've only got 9, so I actually do want that. And how about movement speed? I've got... Do I have any of this? Doesn't look like I have any. Maybe I have just the one. So it turns out that I actually do need to leave that item on there. If I didn't... I would probably be looking at removing that as an affix. Health, cold resist. So, the block stuff I don't care so much about, but T4 health and T4 cold res. My cold's not capped. Yeah, I definitely want to get this up. There we go, tier 5. How about cold resist? No forging potential, that's fine. So, lightning is now uncapped, but it's 70%, whereas cold was 62, and it's now capped, so I've got a little bit of extra resist online. I guess I'll shatter this one. Intelligence and crit avoidance. Right. I need to get, on this, if I'm going to use it, I need to have 30% or more elemental resistance. Which means I need to... Never mind. Necrotic, that is a lot of damage over time. Like, that is a ridiculous amount of damage over time. What would I be losing? Crit strike chance, I don't care. The necrotic damage, yeah, it's nice. And the frailty on hit. Okay, so I've got frailty on hit on my amulet. Let's see what we can upgrade here. Do I have resist on that? 22% physical. So I would be losing a lot of physical, so actually probably not. It's got T5 on it though, plus T4 damage over time. What can we get out of this? Let's just reroll it once and see what happens. Mana regeneration, T3. Ooh, this is hard. I'm going to flip this. If this gets physical resist, I'm going to use it. If it doesn't, I'm going to shatter it. Okay. Alrighty then. We are in business, ladies and gentlemen. What do I want more of? I think it has to be the physical resist up to 22. I need level 54 to forge that. That's very disappointing. How about this one? Chaos Bolts. Yeah, we're going to shatter this one. Can I craft this anymore? No, I cannot. What about this one? That's got to go. Okay, and let's go buy all of these. Alright, and shatter this. Hang on, am I shattering that? Yes, I am. Okay, shatter. Find potions. That's all potion stuff, and cooldown reduction, don't care. Cooldown recovery, can have that. What do we got here? Crit strike, multi, and damage over time, and oh, that's only lightning damage. Okay, that would have been pretty good if it wasn't lightning only. That's a lot of physical resist. I guess I'll shatter that. These gloves can go, and this amulet is also not great. So we've got I shouldn't wear that yet. I'm gonna get to level 54, and then I'm gonna craft that. Do I have any skill points? +1 in the old Chaos Bolt. That was because I took the item off. So when you take the when you take an item off, so I'll take it off again, and you'll see I've got 1 point to spend. It's because it took one out of here when I took the helmet off. So now I've got to put it back. Or I can put it somewhere else, maybe. Maybe we want to inflict enemies with damned. I think we go with this one, though. What does damned actually do? Damage over time. Okay, yeah, so I do want to inflict damned. But maybe not quite yet. So this one is more idols, and I definitely want idols. I'll probably get these ones as well. And this is the problem I have with the monoliths. I want everything. But then sometimes you also get monoliths, the monolith webs, where you just, there's nothing on here that I want. And so then you're just running whatever. And it's not quite as much fun then. Okay, destroy both soul spires. So these are going to be static enemies. They're like structures. And we're going to go bash them until they fall down, basically. These also will happen just randomly. I think it's the mods you get at random, and I think I picked one with randomly nukes the ground. Okay, so here is our first little soul spire. And this should go down fairly easily. There we go. Alright. Objective number 1 complete. Golem dead. Let's fix that. I don't care about 1 gold. I'm also thinking I may wish to... because I already have... or I'm struggling to keep my shattering runes up, it may be worth it to make my loot filter even more restrictive, so as I see even less. Okay, getting skill points is good. We can kind of stand in this corner here and restrict where the wraiths can spawn, and actually it doesn't really make a difference because it's dead anyway. Alright, that's done. Let's get out of here. This was idols, wasn't it? I think it was idols. Here we go. Alright, no health idols, so I don't love that already. What do we got? Rip blood damage and ward retention. Keep seeing ward stuff. Marrow, Bone Nova, okay, I don't want that one. Elemental resist, freeze rate, not so much. Ward on potion root, no, don't care about that. Crit strike for skellies, nope, don't care about that. What else we got? Reduce health cost and ward retention, not so much. Soul feast, mana, okay, all that can stay on the floor. Can I get, is there somewhere in here that I can remove 2 of these? So I think that one and this one. That is a lot of lightning resist, though. To chuck that in. So that's 65% increased rip blood damage. The ward retention, I don't really care about that. And I'm just going to hang on to these for now. I am thinking I may end up doing ward, just because I've got a lot of stuff in the tree that that does do ward. I don't have any shattering runes though.
Yes.
So can't afford it. All right. There's a lot of ward stuff. Ward's relatively strong from what I understand. Kind of want these runes. Let's go get a set item. Maybe it'll be another part of the is it Isadora or something like that? The belt I'm wearing. Let's have a look. It is Isadora. Yeah, so the 2-point on this is 100% chance to apply damned on hit. Okay. It might be worth going back into this at that point. Speaking of, I've got points to spend. Alright. What am I getting? I think I'm getting Rip Blood, increased cast speed. So that's 5%. Another point here is what? 6, I think. Cost less mana, increased cast speed. What does this one do? Rip Blood is free. Okay, I don't really care about that. I want more damage. How do I get more damage? Maybe we have to go into the blood splatter. Do blood splatters also allow you to do single target? Because if they don't, this is DOA. Nodes on this tree do not apply to blood splatter unless otherwise stated. Okay. How about this one? Rip Blood hits have a chance to create a blood spatter at the target, dealing damage to other enemies around it, but not the original target. Okay. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think how this works is you hit the one target. So you're still doing the same one target damage with this, and then the blood splatters go around it. So I'm going to try that, and we're going to see how it ends up. What's our mission here? Slay the patrolling whatever it is. Alright, that's definitely destroying my mana, casting all those extra chaos bolts. Come here, buddy.
Will not take me.
I'm gonna stand right on top of him. Maybe not in whatever that glowing green thing is. Let's get out of that. Whatever that is really hurts. Okay. Complete and also ouch. Alright. Let's get out of here. So, set item. What do we win? A relic. Last gift of the mountain. Cold spell damage. Okay, that is... I'm not even going to pick that up. That can stay on the floor. Why does that show that to me? Oh, because they're not class specific, are they? Yeah, okay. That's fine. You can keep that. I definitely want more XP. I definitely want more XP, more idols. There's some idols down there. I definitely want gold, rare rings. All this stuff is good. We're coming up on the final quest echo though, so I think I'm going to do this XP one, and then I'm going to start on the quest echoes, and hopefully I get the XP blessing. And if I don't, well, that's going to suck. I'm quite low for starting these, so I may just do another round of the quests just to get it, and we'll see how that goes. What are we doing here? Slay enemies to locate the boss, and or slay enemies until you find the ambush. Okay, crit strike chance. So we are 100% crit now. I think. That's what that said. Alright, here we go. And yes, we are indeed looking for Siege Captain What's-His-Face. But first, got this mage person thing here to kill. Okay, got him. Quick strike avoidance and lightning. And this one is... that's a lot of resistances. I gotta pick that up to shatter it. Right. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the Lich. Here, I'm thinking... 0.5% is probably not amazing. Let's just get the Apocrypha there. On our Rift, let's get more chance for Chaos Bolts because I'm not having enough trouble with mana yet. And on the Chaos Bolts themselves, I think we take the chance to apply Damned. On the Curse, what do we got here? Chance to cause enemies to bleed. I don't really want that. Mark for Death lasts longer. Could also be good. I think maybe we go for that. What's at the end of that? Bone Curse's base fizz damage is converted to necrotic. Okay. I do kind of want that. And I've got 2 more points here, so... cooldown recovery. Oh no, we're getting the haste. Alright. So we get to run faster after we use it. We also still get the bone armor. So that's all good stuff. Alright, where's the boss? That is the real question. Where's the guy we're here to kill? Good to see my map is still bugged. Yeah, we'll be a little liberal with our use of potions. And there's the siege captain. Try to stay out of the circles. Should be fine. Just don't go in the circles. Alright, he's dead, and he dropped us basically nothing. What do we got here? This is just crit, isn't it? Crit and resistances. Alright, I've forgotten what I went in here for. What do I win? XP. Okay, XP is good. I like XP. Acolyte's Coal, +2 to Death Seal. That'd be really nice on a different character. Okay.
Yes.
Can I afford any more of these? I get a couple. I get 1. Okay. I'm definitely seeing too many of those. So let's have a look at this. What do we got? Of these 30, I want to see at least 2 of these, and let's change this to 7. So we've got total affix tiers more than or equal to 7. Let's actually change that to 4. No, we'll leave it on 3 and 7. Okay. So one of them has to be 4, and the other one can be 3. And let's go do these quest ones. So the ransacked camp. In this timeline, the Immortal Empire secures a decisive victory over the living outcasts to quell the rebellion, return to the remains of the outcast camp, and find any survivors. So this is basically, you talk to someone, you run around and kill a bunch of stuff, and that's kind of it. The whole point of the Monolith is kind of like, but what if the main campaign had played out in a different way? It's a pretty cool idea. I think it's decently well executed as well. Definitely will be looking through these after I'm done in here. Got a couple of good ones there by the looks of it. Alright, so we're basically just running down here until we find the quest. The things we're here to kill. Alright, this is getting a little iffy already. With them being here on the bridge, they're going to have a harder time dodging my spirits, but I'm going to have a harder time dodging all the AoEs they're going to do as well. Okay, that was twinned. I think they're all gone. Okay, investigate the outcast camp, and now the mission is to not die horribly. There's two, I think it's necromancers or two spires I've got to kill. So let's go get them.
Your death has come.
Okay, so I've got this one. And he's down as well. Mana Fused Noble. Okay, this is a hybrid health and percent health. These gloves are probably not something I'm going to be using, but I definitely don't want to shatter them because I want both of those. And I don't care about them now. Hybrid health is one of the rarer affixes, and it's definitely one you want to hold on to if you find it. And you want to have a filter set up so as you can see it easily. That's cooldown reduction. This is going to be crit strike avoidance. That's right, we'll take all of those. Alright, there's 54, which means I can craft that, I think it was a relic. I think I can craft that now. Okay, I'm pretty sure everyone there is dead. Okay, let's have a look at that. What was that doing? It was physical resistance, wasn't it? Yeah. So let's go up there. We'll get some more. No, we won't. And no, we won't. And no, we won't. Okay. This is now good enough to replace that one. I do lose 2% physical resistance, which is not nothing, but I'm okay with that. Famous last words. Oh, we've also got another level too, so get some more of that. No more skill points. Okay, now we have to get through the barricade here, which is not going to be particularly difficult. There we go. And now we have to destroy this thing. Bones of the outcasts. There we go. That should honestly be enough to finish this off.
Death will not take me.
There we go. So we got 1,000 XP, 1,000 gold. Not massively huge rewards, but that's the first of the story echoes. Starting to wonder if maybe I'm not ready for the boss, but we will see. Necrotic damage, crit strike avoidance. How is our crit strike avoidance? 14%. Can I get any more of that? I can't. Stuck at tier 3. Minion health, this is worthless. This is also worthless. Alright, I'm done with that ring. Actually, is there anything on there I should shatter that for? Yeah, the crit strike avoidance I definitely should shatter.
Yes.
Okay. So the ring is getting shattered. What else we got? +1 to drain life, dex health armor, that can be shattered as well. Fizz necrotic, yeah, shatter that. What do we get? 4 necrotic, that's pretty good. And I'm out of shards. Right, those idols. What do we have? 5% damage over time, 6% void resist. Okay, that one can go on the floor. I'm going to replace it with that. Stun avoid and health. Ignite on hit and lightning resistance. Okay, I think I'm happy with my other ones there. Is that? That's 10% physical. I've got void, poison, and void. That one's necrotic. That necrotic is damage, and also that gives me bleed on hit. I don't really care so much about that one or that one, so let's chuck that one in. What else we got? Necrotic resistance. A little bit of health. Physical resistance. Yeah, maybe. I've got... How's my void? My void is absolutely abysmal. Can I get void resistance from somewhere, please? I think I had probably some on one of these items. How is my void res so low? What did I take off that did that? Alright, this ring. I gotta find a replacement for that. Ellie res. Okay, none of that's any good. Let's actually...
Yes.
I know I say you shouldn't do this, but... whatever, we're doing it. There we go.
Take care.
Inventory feels better now. Alright, you know what, I need some money, and then we'll go back to, we'll go back to the story one after this. Alright, slay enemies to find the gate. Definitely need to get my hands on some more run speed too.
Your death has come.
Okay, another point for transplant. These things are just too big. They shouldn't be allowed. It's cheating. I'm pretty sure it's cheating. Alright, we're getting ambushed. I'm almost 100% certain on that. Yep, there it is. You have been ambushed. Okay. Scarab Broodkeeper. Let's just get some damage out on the floor. I'm actually out of health potions, so let's fix that. And I want to get this guy into somewhere nice and tight. So come over here. Get a little bit of extra damage from having him against the wall. Not massive amounts though. Okay, and you can just go ahead and unsubscribe from life, shall we say. Alright, let's get some gold out of this. If nothing else, we'll get a whole bunch of shattering runes from the gold. I don't know how much that was actually worth. Get a couple of these as well.
Yes.
Alright, I probably should actually go... where are we? Here we go. I want tier 4s. 2 tier 4 rolls. Okay, Majelka Street's here. Let's go. So this is the second of the quest echoes. And this one is going to be basically run around on the streets and kill a whole bunch of undead. Necrotic is definitely not a resistance I need to worry about. But that said... Also, last time I played, these plants weren't here. This looks way better.
Your death has come.
Okay, new mission. Where are we? Take the lower square. Okay. Ah, I remember this section. Yep.
Your death has come.
There we go. Easy. Oh, hello. Let's get rid of him. Okay, so now we head above, up, north, however you want to say that. And what was I getting next? Was it it was cooldown reduction. Let's go with that. Okay, take the upper square and then defend it while the survivors flee.
Death will not take me.
Alright, and then after this we have to kill the commander of this little force, which is a fancy way of saying just go kill a, you know, rare enemy.
Death will not take me.
Okay, we're definitely running out of mana here. And our quest is now, yep, defeat the Imperial Commander, so first step is actually finding him. There he is. So Imperial Commander. Frenzies when the allies he doesn't have die. There we go. Echo conquered. We are done. Now I think I have enough stability to go straight into the boss here, so I'm going to do that. And what do we get? Crit strike avoidance and cooldown recovery. Shatter both of those. Okay, good chance that I get a unique out of doing the Altar of Flesh here. So in this timeline, the Immortal Empire secures a decisive, yeah, we read that. Their bodies are going to be used to create an abomination for further research into immortality. Rescue the captured outcasts before it is too late. This is a boss arena and a boss fight. Now, there's some mechanics here that I'm not 100% certain about. I'm not 100% sure that these things here, I don't know what they do, but you can kill them. And I have noticed sometimes he heals and other times he doesn't heal. So I've started running around and just destroying all those little piles of whatever they are. And I noticed he stopped healing when I started doing that. So I think that's what they do, but I don't actually know. The other thing as well, though, is here he comes. You gotta kill these things because they grant the abomination invulnerability. And we want to kill the abomination. Here he is. Big boy. So once you kill each of the corners, the floor becomes lava. And that's pretty much it. You kill the 4 corners, then you kill the main guy. Preferably don't die to one of the 4 corners. Okay, there we go. So now that corner is lava. This one's got to be getting close. Alright, that one's dead. I'm just going to leave that to die on its own. And I will head over here. Okay. Never noticed it do that before. Still haven't killed that thing. Okay, here we go. And now we just have to kill the boss. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure why he sometimes heals. At first I thought it was if you got hit by any of these, they like do damage to you and suck your life out and give it back to him. Then I thought it might be one of these that heals him up. Like if you get hit by those, he leeches life back. Then I thought it might be these things on the ground. I'll be honest, I don't actually know at this point. I'm just glad when he doesn't heal anymore. Alright, I think I've got him here. I am definitely getting hit by those on the outbound. And down he goes. Okay. So, we got 2 keys. We got a bunch of shards. And we got the unique ring. Now, this is a boss drop. He has 2, I think 2 uniques that he drops. One of them is this ring. And the other one is a chest piece that makes you immune to crits. This is obviously no good for this build. And what do we get here? Ward on kill with those things. Okay, got 2 shards out of that. Alright, what does this do? necrotic damage per skeleton mage and fear on hit. That's what I think of that. Now, this text used to decide which island you would unlock next. Let's see what it does now. There must be some way. Reflect on the past. Goodbye. Okay. So, as far as I know, you now get both of them unlocked no matter which options you pick. And it does look like I have, unfortunately, not got the one I wanted, so I guess I'll take the extra gold for now. And I'm going to do this again. However, that'll be for the next episode. And if you've watched this far, go ahead and tell me in the comments below if you actually want to see this sort of stuff. I know a lot of the character building is more what a lot of people are interested in, and just running monoliths doesn't really seem like it's hugely interesting to me, and I kind of want to get your input on that. So give me a yell in the comments if this is something you want to see more of, or maybe you just want to see, you know, the character's level 80 and I've finally died, and this is what it looked like, or something like that. But that'll be it for this video, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.